Jimmy Carrane's an improv nerd.
Has your vision of success, for example,
Change? Yes.
Yeah, because mine has always been, I can't believe I get to do exactly what I want to do with exactly who I want to do it with. That to me has always been success for my whole life. Now, other people have different definitions of success, and nobody is any less, or more, it's just such a subjective thing. What is your definition of success? Since you have watched your friends here and that kind of stuff, and then sometimes look up and go, oh, fuck, look what I've been doing.
I think for me, it definitely has changed, because I remember when Dave got Saturday Night Live, this was back in '95, I threw out the TV because I was so jealous I couldn't even look at the television. And recently he was back in to do an improv nerd, and I'm so grateful he did it. It was at Columbia College. But he had a show that following night at Park West, and must have done 10 or 12 press things, radio shows and TV shows. And it's like, I don't think today that I could do that. We were talking backstage. I could not do that, have that kind of life. So for me, it would be like, I have to go at my own pace. So it would be Improv Nerd being on IFC, or me having a talk show, just a one-on-one talk show, but like national kind of thing. I'd like to do a one-man show. I'd like to tour around, maybe get it taped as an HBO special. I'd like to try stand-up, but have like I'm driving the ship. Instead, my whole life, I didn't get into Second City, and I wanted them to validate me, and I've always been waiting still for Second City to call me. But there's
a boat.
I know.
Jem's coming.
I think I don't think it's going to happen after Beth read my Facebook post, but I've always looked for other people to create my opportunities and other people to validate me. And there's something about creating your own stuff, because when I did I'm 27 or I did Naked with Stephanie Ware, so many opportunities came when I did my own stuff versus Sharna put me on a team or Kelly Leonard hired me at Second City.
But you are someone who has always created your own fate. In many ways, here's what I'm saying is, when is it about, like, for example, good work gets noticed. Here's the thing, and you say, I want to do this not for the hope that it will turn into an HBO special or da-da, but because I want to do this, because I'm an artist and I have something to share, and what comes out of it, of course, is going to be great because you are great.
Right.
I don't, like, when does the thinking shift on that to support you instead of, if I don't get this, it won't be good?
Well, I think it's like letting go of the results. Like, I thought, I put Improv Nerd up. You were there the first run of the show. I had you and Pasquazi and Noah and TJ, and I had all these big names, and I thought it was going to be a sellout. And, 3 years, and we're still, the podcast is gangbusters, but it's still hard to get an audience. I'm like, and I had to let go of that result. So I'm good starting out creating stuff, but when it doesn't happen the way I want, then I start having resentment. Then I'm like, oh God, you're screwing me over,
So
and
how do you adjust that? If a student came to you and said, this is the way I've been doing it, the exact way you said, and it's not working for me, what would you say to them?
I would say that you have to start speaking about all of the stuff that's going on. You have to speak your process. You have to say, I'm really jealous, I'm really pissed at God, and you need to start calling people and discussing this. I'd suggest you to go to therapy. I would probably find out that you had some addiction, and I'd point you to some recovery. That's what I would do, because it's an inside job,